it's me, Ellie, and I'm back with another video. I'm in my hostess attire because why not dress the part? If you're new here, hi, I'm Ellie. I'm a Japanese hostess. I've been working for 10 years and I pretty much, you know, I work in pretty much every kind of nightlife work. So from high-end bars to clubs and snacks. And I kind of like have a general idea of what the salary is like. So if you guys are curious, stay tuned. And if this is like your second video or anything, I hope you would like subscribe. I'm gonna give you guys a general idea of what hostesses' salaries look like and what affects their salary in this type of industry. So let's dive in. Grab your drink or anything. You've probably heard that these jobs can be lucrative. I see a lot of people ask me, how much do you earn in a night? Does the salary differ depending on where in like Japan's nightlife industry? We have different establishments that have like different vibe and salary structure. And while the salary is like a big draw for a lot of people, the income you can expect really varies based on several factors. Not just about how wealthy the clients are, but the price charges also matters. So it's a big part of the equation. So we're going to take a closer look. So in case you're familiar with the word mizushobai, it's a broad term used for jobs in the nightlife industry. So these include roles like working at kabakuras or grill bars, and the income can vary based on the type of job, the establishment, and also, most importantly, your location, and also how you will approach the type of work you will be doing. I'm just gonna break down the common establishments you'd often hear here in Japan. First is high-end clubs. So it caters to like wealthy clients and are usually found in major cities like Tokyo, Osaka. We also have it here in Fukuoka and like some other parts in Japan, but not as common. Um, so these are the top paying jobs. Obviously, some hostesses might earn more in Osaka or Fukuoka than a hostess in Tokyo, depending what kind of work they do, or um, how popular they are, or how many customers they have. A hostess in Tokyo salary ranges from 800,000 to around 3 million yen. And yes, I know that's a lot. People would assume that that's the like gifts or like money received from a customer, or like gifts are included in the calculation, but no, that is literally the base salary of a hostess in Tokyo mostly. If you're working at like one of the top like high class clubs or kyabagura, high end clubs and kyabaguras are kind of similar and different at the same time. Maybe in the end, I would like maybe put a picture of a graph of like location salary and all that. Personally, I've never worked in Tokyo, but I have friends who work in Tokyo and they literally earn maybe around 1 million yen per month. So I think it's like $8,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen people earn like a lot of money. It's crazy, but that's just their salary. There's this top hostess in the club I used to work at before, and I've heard, we're not really allowed to share how much we earn because we all have different salaries, but you accidentally overhear things in the locker room as you change, and you hear people saying that, oh, she's only earning like this much. And then there's this other girl, like she is the number one hostess, and then I've heard that she earning like 40,000 yen a day. And if you like probably calculate, yeah, 40,000 yen a day, 20 days, like that's like 800,000 yen. It's considered low salary here compared to Tokyo. Based on the money she makes for the club, I think she needs to like have more pay. I guess that's why she went to Tokyo. She's probably earning way more than 800,000 yen. So next is kabakuras or cabaret clubs, if you call it that way. They're a little bit more accessible because like usually high-end clubs you have to be like a member or someone has to introduce you to be able to get inside. Code they have a strict dress code, but still it has like a high level of prestige. So workers in clubs and kebakura is kind of different. The difference is kebakura is more like a man-to-man style of working. So if there's one customer, there has to be like one hostess talking. So one on one. It has to be one on one. And unlike high end clubs, if it's busy, you could possibly be talking to 2 to 3 people at the same time while doing their drinks. So like the vibe is different. Almost all the jobs in a nightlife would be based on your hourly wage and um, your commission. In hostess clubs, not too much, because in hostess clubs it would vary how much your salary would be, or sometimes there are people who has like a daily wage instead of hourly, and some people would have hourly and plus commissions, and there will be people who have like no commissions at all. I started working at a hostess club, and I only get the base salary, which is I wouldn't recommend. You drink a lot, like usually for us anyway. In kabakuras, you have more freedom to have your salary increase depending on the commission you make. And like workers here, they often earn money using hourly wage and tips. So in Tokyo, I think you usually earn money from 300,000 to maybe another 2 million, 3 million per month if you're really popular. So like the job is a little more structured than the high-end clubs. They don't have this exclusive client relationships. There's still good earning potential, but it varies by club and it varies by club size and like the club clientele. There would be client volume. There are cabaret clubs who charge like cheaper and there are cabaret clubs who charge way more. They can be more expensive than a high-end club, but it really depends on where you're working in the area. So if you're gonna do like a quick price comparison in Tokyo, you can earn 300,000 to I don't know 2.5 million yen to 3 million yen. But if you work in Fukuoka or like a place that's less market than Tokyo, that would be like around half of it. You could earn maybe like 200,000 to 120 million. Kabakuras in Fukuoka can pay less, like because the demand for upscale nightlife jobs isn't as high as Tokyo. But if you have the right clientele and if you have the right experience and connections, and you know how to do your thing, earnings can still be substantial, and you can earn as much as high-end high-end club hostesses too. So next one would be lounge bars. This is where I first worked, and they're more relaxed in general. The pay is generally more stable, but a little lower overall. So that's where I first worked at because I don't have clientele, but it's better to like have a stable salary. So that time when I was working in a lounge bar, I had like daily wage. So I had 13,000 yen for a day and nothing else. I don't get commission from the drinks. Even if we had to stay overtime, same salary, doesn't matter. Personally, yeah, it is good money, but if you consider something overtime, I think you need to get paid. So that's my opinion anyway. So lounge bars, the vibe is like more focused on conversation and like a relaxed atmosphere. It's like a bar. The people who drink at lounge bars, their range is gonna be wider. There would be like very rich people. There would be like very wealthy clients, and there may be people who are not at. In kabakuras, you can earn money through like your drinks and bottle backs. If a customer opens champagne for you, you get ranging from 10% to 30% of the price of the bottle. There would be kabakuras where you get a percentage back if you drink a glass or so. From where I work, I don't get percentage. I don't get commission from the drinks if it was a glass or if it's from a different customer who didn't requested me. It is kind of like confusing because no matter how much you drink, if it's not your customer, you don't get anything from it. But you still have to, because if you don't have a customer, and they're still paying you if you don't. So in the end, you're still gonna have to drink. So either you have like a lot of customers or you're a strong drinker or both. And same with like in every type of nightlife establishment, there would be like rules where you can have a percentage off from your drinks or not. Depends on where you're working at. So you're gonna have to negotiate and talk about it if you go apply for the job. So usually if you're new, your salary is gonna be way lower. So please don't expect anything because my salary was, I don't know, because like low and high salary would, I think it's a relative thing. The next one, snack bars, very similar to lounges, like snack lounges. Sometimes people call it like snack lounges. Very similar, quite smaller in image. Like these bars generally way lower pay but more flexibility. So in lounge bars, I think you could earn maybe 300,000 to 800,000 per month. And but snack bars, I think it's way cheaper. Maybe you could earn maybe from 200,000 to 600,000 yen per month. I might do the chart in dollars so it's easier for you guys to process. Um, so while snack bars tend to pay less, I think there's less pressure for you to like, you know, perform or entertain them. So people here have more freedom in terms of working hours and the attire. There's a difference between like hostess and kebakuras. They have like a more certain dress code for the girls. So we're supposed to wear dresses like this. Usually in hostess clubs, they're a little more like how to say, more elegant, more like longer skirts and like more less allowed like mature women. So in kebakuras, there's like lots of younger people. Although I would say there's still people who are actually in their 30s or even 40s who still works at a kebakura. In general, lots of younger people in kebakura and more mature women in hostess clubs. So, but snack bars in like Fukuoka, they're generally smaller, so you're gonna earn way less. So, but anyway, I think like every salary just based on living expenses, Tokyo is way more expensive, hence like I guess the higher pay. And Fukuoka is cheaper. I guess that makes sense. That's one of girls' bars. They can be themed. They can be like concept cafes or something, like a maid cafe, or it can be like a bunny girl. Girls' bars typically they're the most casual and most accessible for the crowd. I think girls' bars caters to younger crowds the most, and they tend to have like lower paying but very flexible roles. So like um in Tokyo you can probably earn from 200,000 to 400,000 per month, but I must say that you can still earn way more than that if you're really popular. I think there's often girls who starts working at a girls bar and they realize that they're good at it and they want to earn more, so they start working in kebakuras and stuff like that. I see that pattern often. Other than that, but you can still like earn more than 400,000 in girls bars if you have like good clientele and you earn a lot of commission and you drink a lot. Or also girls bars are less formal. I would say like the hourly wage is the lowest out of all the establishments mentioned. So because it's more laid back, I think it's a good entry level option for the girls who are new to the industry. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna put like maybe a comparison chart with some of the major prefectures and their salaries. So the four factors affecting the income would be type of establishment, Obviously, Tokyo pays the most, and experience and skill, very important. If you got experience and skill, no matter what job you have, you'll get a good salary. Unless you're very naive and you're very passive. If you believe in like getting more salary and you got a lot of customers, it's better to negotiate and have a greater salary. And I'm not sure if I'm giving I'm not sure if you guys like are interested in like working in the nightlife or anything, but just in case, doesn't hurt to like give advice. So for some people, for the people who are interested in working, if you got like experience, it doesn't have to literally experience, but if you have good communication in Japanese, that's a good thing. Yeah, I think it's a great idea to negotiate once you get the hang of it, and like if you have like already some customers. So yeah, it will heavily influence how much you will earn. Regulars can increase your income significantly. And then working hours, so obviously longer shifts and busier shops, they might have higher earnings. I work in a Cabaret, so I probably have a good idea of how much I earn. And by the way, I am not full time. I work 2, 3 times a week or not. So that I don't really earn a lot. So I'm more on the lower spectrum of I can actually disclose the number because we're not really allowed to do that. But I can mention like I used to earn 400 to 500,000 yen when I was working at a high end club. So yeah, if you're considering like working at a nightlife in Japan, make sure to research your options in terms of location, like the type of establishment and what you're willing to invest in terms of time and effort. So it can be profitable if you choose wisely. So I hope this breakdown helped you guys um, how much you can expect to earn in being a hostess here in Japan. So let me know if you have any questions and if you want to know any more details about the establishments mentioned. I do have some stories of like each establishment, a few interesting stories you guys might want to hear. Not sure. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.